Welcome back to the Kimchi Redneck's Kitchen.
Cooking with Danny.
And we are doing stuff with machete.
Today, what are we making, Chuck?
Beans.
How did you know?
Because I got beans.
We are making Danny Trejo's refried beans.
As part of our overarching barbacoa special.
Now, what Danny says about this is probably the best bang for your buck in his cookbook. So I'm like, yay. Also, the price of refried beans in Korea is like 6,000 won a can.
Yeah, for like a little 12-ounce can.
No, that's no bueno. See, I do know Spanish. That's no bueno. See, I can recall that little bit from the 3 years of Spanish I took in high school. Maybe. That was so long ago. So, we're going to get started. All right, so we've got our enameled cast iron out. We're going to heat that up.
We got a very curious May.
She says they've been in a kitchen and they have not offered me anything. So, for this, it's really actually relatively simple. You've got olive oil, which you'll use in the pan once this is heated up. It's a 1/4 cup of olive oil. Then you're going to put your half a diced medium onion and a medium jalapeno chopped into there, and we'll start cooking it, but we will not brown it. We're just going to get it fragrant.
Fragrant.
You've got 4 cans of black beans. You can choose to use dried black beans and rehydrate them yourselves. We're using the 4 cans like the recipe calls for. You do want to drain them, but you want to reserve your juice, so we're reserving our juice. You're going to have some salt, some cumin, and some cayenne powder. And really, it's kind of easy. It's 20 minutes. When you put these on, you do not put your oil in and heat your oil up with your pan. You heat your pan up before your oil, and then you add the oil. So you heat your pan, then add the oil, correct?
Yeah, usually.
So it can take about 2 minutes to heat up your cast iron pan. Ours is ready now. We're going to put our 1/4 cup of olive oil in.
One thing of note with olive oil has a relatively low smoke point. So if you've got your pan too hot, it may start smoking because it's burning the oil.
So Chuck, will you go ahead and get those onions in for me?
Mayhem, move.
We're putting in our jalapeno. The goal at this point is to get these onions and that jalapeno kind of soft.
I can smell that already. Hopefully that's not one of those mutant nuclear jalapenos. We get those from time to time here.
All right, so you're basically cooking this until your vegetables are soft, but you do not want them brown. And we're going to put our garlic in now as well, which I need to grab out of the fridge. I realized I hadn't grabbed that yet. And for the garlic, we need 4 to 5 garlic cloves. I'm going 5. Good call?
Probably.
Know your audience, people. If your people don't really like garlic, you don't want to put all 4 to 5 in. You might want to put less. So
neither of our people are
they like flavor.
Haters of garlic.
They like the flavors. And of course, as usual for us, that is our minced garlic. So basically we're softening vegetables here. And he said this process could take about 10 minutes. So we will see you guys in a bit. So now it's time to add your black beans.
Let me get in there for a second so we can see the consistency of the beanness, or the
the beanness?
The beanness. The onions and...
You got that?
Yeah.
All right, now you're going to add these. And you're going to mash them. But you don't want them all like super smooth. You basically want to mash them. You can do it with a potato masher, a fork. I'm doing it with the back of a spoon, but I may grab our potato masher out. See if I can get the onion and stuff mixed in.
Yeah. Onion a little fragrant.
That onion is super strong today. All right, so you want chunks, but you don't want it super, super smooth. So
mash to the correct consistency. All right, so now we get to check out the beanness. Getting them beans.
So you want them slightly fragrant. Are they slightly fragrant to you, Chuck?
Not from over here.
Okay.
I can't smell anything but onion.
I need to grab a cup measurement so I can use liquid when we need it. All right, I definitely need liquid in there.
And if your beans are too beany, add a little bean juice.
Which actually, he says start with a 1/4 cup. That's probably a little bit more than a 1/4 cup, Chuck. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, it's hard to tell when I'm pouring out of a bowl sideways.
It's okay. Yeah, that'd be the problem with this pan here, is it wants to move.
And try not to let your beans burn to the bottom of the pan while you're...
Yeah, you want to consistently be scraping the bottom.
So do we get to the right consistency and then we add the seasoning?
No, I need to add the seasoning in just a second. All right, so we're going to start with 2 teaspoons of ground cumin. 2. And then it is 1 teaspoon of salt. And a 1/4 teaspoon of our cayenne. Which apparently this is my first time opening this. Mostly because I use gochugaru. Imagine that. I live in Korea and use gochugaru.
Because gochugaru and cayenne are very similar. I think they're related plants.
They're cousins. I'm going to add just a little more liquid in to make that a little easier to get in. Now at this point we are cooking the mixture and waiting for it to, it's already thickened slightly, but we need to make sure these beans are cooked. So
we may need to add some more bean juice to...
The cooking of the beans should take about 10 minutes, he said. All right.
All right, so beans. We have cooked beans. They're now cooked through. Good flavor. I got I can taste the cumin and the little bit of cayenne in it.
That's
Nice
good refried beans.
Nice creamy texture.
Now, if you're not serving them right away and you still have black bean juice, you can add more black bean juice. If you run out of your juice, just like the restaurants sometimes do, you just add water and then serve.
Try to use the bean juice.
But try to use the bean juice. So ours are going to sit for a little while because we're not ready for lunch yet. And then we'll add a little more juice when we heat them back up.
And this will go in with the main lunch we're having with the barbacoa brisket. So look for that video and that'll have everything all together.
So like, subscribe.
Do the internet stuff. Buy us a coffee link below. And
We'll see you next
See you
time.
next time.